and fellow adventurers, welcome to the MNmaxed podcast. We want to thank you for joining us, and you do so as we continue the Extinction curse. As always, we'd like to invite you to come join our Discord, and if you'd like to throw a little financial support our way, you can check out our Patreon. And a shout out to all of those at our big number level and above. Rock Jedi, Iggy, Wolf, Blartimus Slump, Thunder Mammoth, The Trevor Project, Das Chris, Fizzgig, AC Golder, Jason K, Eric R, just gonna sneak right past you there, Indie Link, Tawdry Monster, Mercutio, Angel Shadowheart, Dicky Lopez, Licky Dopez, Alex K, Mordine, Toma Elaka, Dr. Grinnis, Forevermore, Frank L, Just Mike Works, Ross D, Treehugger, Darren W, Mirab Syndrome, Fig Tier, Zach S, Jamie H, Mr. Turtle, Sleeve, Darren, Caleb W, Corey, Pickle, Mr. Grimm, and Fire Down. Thank you all so much for your support. And now a recap of session 121. We head back to the Shrine Market, where we do more buying of things. Again, Lavakar greets us and thanks us for our patronage. We don't tell him that we're now planning on killing him and every single one of his family. We spend the rest of the day putting some runes on some weapons and armor, and the next day we head to the Red Circus and meet the ringleader, Zavizek Shrine. We don't seem to impress him much, but decide to participate in his gladiatorial combats, which he likes. Nidek starts it off by taking on 4 Erdefin hunters. He summons a giant undead and pretty much shits on them. Zavizek and the crowd start to warm to us.
Alright, so Nidek, to the sound of the roaring crowd as the iron-banded doors open back into the waiting room where the rest of your party is waiting. Everyone else sees you come in, and given the cheers, it seems obvious the outcome.
Did y'all see that? That was fun. Also, kind of gives me some ideas on what might happen later.
Well done, Nidek. You were very impressive. Also, I have not seen you cast that giant thing that killed everything. That could have been useful at certain times, I feel.
Well, I mean, it's really big. I just learned how to do it not that long ago.
Oh, I see.
Also, they just came out with rules on that thing.
So the iron-banded door closes behind Nidek. After a few minutes of everybody down in the waiting area here, Zavizek comes down. Impressive! Impressive, little Nidek. I was very, very well played. Wasn't expecting the, shadow-winged skeleton creature, but it was very well done. Thank you for such a good show. The Erdefin hunters were just slaughtered. They couldn't hit you. It was phenomenal.
Thanks, that was a lot more fun than I expected. Might have to come here more often.
We'd be happy to have you. Well, we've got the next match is going to be coming up against the Gogateths. Who's going to be joining us for that battle,
That will be me. And I had him a small piece of paper.
What's this?
Here. You may use this.
An intro. Let me see. All right, I can work with this. Give us a few minutes to clean up the mess that was left behind by Nidek and his victory, and then Peach Pie will open the doors for you when we're ready.
Sounds good.
He disappears again up the stairs to go prep for the next match. If you look out, you can see all of the clown-painted skeletons cleaning up all of the mess in the bodies of the Erdefin hunters and getting ready for the next match.
I go out and help them.
The door won't open.
Oh, I wanted to be silly and be like I got lost and I was one of the clowns that got stuck out there with these 2 Gogateths. And then, oh no! And then all of a sudden he kills them.
No. Shut down.
Damn it.
The door.
Fine.
There's no handle. There's nothing here. The door opens with chains from the outside.
Peach Pie, there's lots of people cheering out there. You could get a little more excited about it.
I suppose. Anyway.
Good luck, Peach Pie.
Thank you, the wizard.
I know you'll do great.
You hear the chains outside the door go taut, and the iron-banded doors swing open. Peach Pie, as the doors open,
As the doors open, I down my Mistform Elixir, by the way.
Oh, I should ask. That's a good point. Aside from the Mistform Elixir, any buffs or anything like that you want to give yourself?
Oh, screw it. I'll take the cat's eye as well, just in case these guys have some kind of... I don't think they have any kind of concealment, but I'll take the cat's eye just in case.
Never hurts.
I've got it. I'll use it.
I will cast Death Ward on him.
Ooh, what's that do?
You shield a creature from the ravages of negative energy. It receives a +4 status bonus to saves against death and negative effects, gains negative resistance 10, and suppresses the effects of the doomed condition.
Nice. Don't know if I'll be doing with any of that either, but who knows?
But I got it. Might as well use it.
Suppresses doomed. Interesting.
That is nice.
I don't remember these things doing negative effects, but technically Nidek wasn't there, so.
True enough. True enough.
I walk out.
So yeah, the chains on the iron banded doors open as Peach Pie begins striding into the field. Zavizek is back.
Flopping, please, flopping.
Flopping onto the field. As Peach Pie is flopping out onto the field, Zavizek is back on his podium and he swings his arms wide and he just goes, and now, for the second combatant for the Circus of Wayward Wonders is the clown with the frown that can't be turned around, who will put you down with the sound of a hammer that resounds. It's Peach Pie! And for his opponents, the dark and skittering hunters of the Darklands. You know them, you hate them, you don't want to be cornered in a cave with them. It's the Gargateths. And two large Gargateths come skittering out from one of the doors on the opposite side of the arena. And I want to share the image of these things because, god damn it, they're just so gruesome looking.
As these giant, horrible monstrosities come running out, Peach Pie starts sobbing uncontrollably. I am raging now.
Oh, that's that's Peach Pie raging. As Peach Pie begins to cry and sob uncontrollably. Even our big clown friend is just terrified of them. Listen to him sob. Boy, that's really loud crying. Hopefully he doesn't die. Or wait, maybe we hope he does. Combatants, roll for initiative.
I will.
Initiative.
I rolled poorly. 32.
You're fucking dead.
Push Peach Pie way down at the bottom.
That's fine. Let them come to me.
So, at the top of round one, the very first Gargateth, with its 40-foot movement speed, begins to skitter across the sand floor of the arena. And he spends all three of his actions to stride all the way across the arena and gets right next to Peach Pie, only 5 feet away, within its reach, but not within Peach Pie's reach. But he uses all 3 actions to get there.
That's what you think.
God, I got that awesome rune that you got. Well, that's Gargateth number 1's turn. That takes us over to Gargateth number 2. Gargateth number 2 does the exact same thing. Skitters across the gladiatorial floor and starts making movements to get onto the other side of Peach Pie. They are clearly going in for a flanking maneuver. They're not going wide, though. They're skittering straight toward Peach Pie. And they're both pretty close, which takes us over to Peach Pie. It's your turn.
Yeah, well, I would use my fun new hammer rune, but I'll just 5-foot step into the range of Gargateth 1 and then swing. Attack! I get a critical.
Oh, yeah, 48 is a critical hit.
Well, I better go to the liquor store now.
Yeah, dude, you
I deal it 107 damage and knock it prone.
Holy shit. So this loud, thundering crack goes against the side of the Gargateth, and Peach Pie clearly breaks one of its legs, and actually there's a popping sound as the eyes that cover this disgusting spider pop, and fluid just sprays all over.
Gross, but I love it. And then with my third action, I'll just attack it again, flat-footed. And I crit him again.
He is crit for a second time.
I deal him 91 damage and knock him even more prone.
Holy shit, Spencer, hurry up. Oh, all right.
I'm done.
Well, with the first Gagateth that skittered up, just getting absolutely wrecked by Peach Pie to start, it starts screeching at you in a mix of terror and anger. All right, then at the top of round 2, Gagateth number 1 does the most foolish thing that it doesn't realize that it's done all day. It stands from its prone position.
Yeah, I take an attack of opportunity on it. Oh, look at that. I crit it again.
Jesus.
That's 96 damage, and I kill it.
Peach Pie, how do you do it? I gotta hear this. You just fucking 1, 2, 3 shot this guy.
It just tries to get up, and the hammer comes down on its gross ass head, and it's squished.
Its legs splay out, and just this sickening crunch hits. And as soon as it does, the entire crowd just bursts into cheers. Whoa! Unexpected showing from the big sad clown. Was he afraid for his life, or was he afraid for theirs?
And I turn slowly to face the other Gagateth as I'm covered in his friend's viscera and crying profusely.
Good God.
Not terrifying at all.
Not at all.
Can these things be scared? They should be scared.
Well, I'm not just going to impose the frightened condition on them because it's not like you're having a hard time critically hitting them.
No.
But that being said,
What did I roll? I rolled a 16, a 14, and an 18.
you did roll very well.
All right.
All right. Well, that takes
Let's see it, Gagateth 2.
Gagateth number 2. Hesitantly, it skitters forward, closing the distance between the two of them, right next to Peach Pie. And with its second action, makes a jaw strike on Peach Pie. It only gets a 33 to hit.
No.
And with its third action, it makes a leg attack against it. Roll poorly, get a 36 to hit.
No.
And its multitudinous eyes go wide as we get to the top or the bottom of round 2. Peach Pie, it's your turn.
Swing. Aw, critical miss.
Nat 1 there. I see you considering it.
I am considering it. No, there's no need. There's no need. They're weak. Attack 2. A hit.
39 hits.
I will deal it 41 damage, and third action will just swing again. There's no reason not to. And miss.
Well, this is going to be a little bit of a back and forth on Peach Pie here. Well, at the top of round 3, it's the Gagateth's turn. The Gagateth uses its first action to make a jaw attack. Gets a 46 to hit.
46 will miss.
Only because you rolled a 2 to overcome the concealment. It goes through and tries to bite down on Peach Pie's shoulder, but it just goes right through it in a misty wisp.
Yep.
And it, for its second action, a little startled, takes a 5-foot step back. And then with its third action, makes a leg attack on Peach Pie, which it has the reach to do. But 31 to hit, though.
That will miss.
All right, Peach Pie, it's your turn.
Oh, I guess I'll 5-foot step up towards it.
And as you do, it uses a reaction that it has called Skittering Reposition.
Oh.
Takes 10 feet, steps back. He steps 10 feet back.
Look at that.
And that does not trigger reactions.
How unfortunate that Gagateth 1 forgot he had that ability.
Well, I think they were maybe a little cockier going into it. As before.
All right. Then with my second and third action, I will indeed activate my reach rune on my hammer, which lets me attack from up to 120 feet away.
A little overkill considering it's only 10 feet away, but go on.
A little overkill. It's only 10 feet away, but it just sounds like fun.
Yeah,
I can't help myself. Yeah, now I'm using... Oh, I still hit it with a 30. I rolled a 2 and I still hit it.
Yes, you rolled a 2 of the die, and a 34 does.
Is it worth it to get the crit? Is it worth it to try for a crit?
I mean, that's on you, man.
Nah, I'll just take the hit.
Take the hit? All right.
I deal it 56 damage.
56 as the hammer connects on the side of this thing, and you break the teeth on one of the many mouths that this thing has, and they clatter to the floor.
That's my turn.
All right, well, that takes us over to the Gagateth. He, for his first action, hesitantly takes a 5-foot step forward and then makes a leg attack against Peach Pie. Nat 20 on the die.
Woo!
And actually connects on the mischance.
Now, I am going to roll a d20 because I have fortification. If I roll 17 or higher, it takes that down to a regular hit rather than a crit. And I do not.
Ooh, we got a 6 on that. It's not in reach, so you can't use your other thing, right?
Yeah, the critical hit attack of opportunity thing. Yeah.
Anyways, so he gets his critical hit off on Peach Pie with that leg attack, and will deal Peach Pie 47 points of slashing damage.
The half of it gets absorbed by my temp HP.
And then he's going to make a second leg attack against Peach Pie. But this time getting a natural 1 on the die. Critical miss. Peach Pie, round 4 here. It's your turn.
Wonder if we're going to be playing the same game. All right. I move 5 feet up to him.
It skitters 10 feet back.
All right. I use my second and third actions to do the swing from range.
How many times a day do you get to do that?
Unlimited.
Nice.
There's that crit we were hoping for.
The 50 is a critical hit.
We'll deal him 94 damage and knock him prone. But I'm not in melee range, so he could just stand up.
Which he certainly will. Okay, so the crowd, as this hammer blow extends out and just connects with this thing, it gets smashed into the ground, and the crowd is just going wild right now. They are thirsty for this thing's blood. Peach Pie, Peach Pie, Peach Pie. The Gagateth, on its turn, will do the same thing it did before. It hesitantly moves 5 feet forward.
It's got to stand first.
Oh, you're right. Uses its first action to stand, thank you. Second action to step up, and third action to attack with its legs. Missing with a 37.
37 does hit, and he does.
37 hits.
Yeah, because I'm raging. That's my AC is 37.
And it gets a 5 to overcome the concealment.
He does.
All right, so we get another hit on Peach Pie. Peach Pie gets slashed for 24 points of damage.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
All right, 5-foot step up towards him.
It's going to do the same thing, skitter 10 feet back.
All right, so now it's clear, now that I've realized kind of how this works, it's definitely clear it's better for me to move up and attack with my 2 actions. So just in case I knock him prone, I'm adjacent to him. And we'll swing with my third action. And I don't crit, but I do hit.
42 hits.
We'll deal him 57 damage.
And the Gagateth is looking back and forth and around itself. You can see it frantically looking for a way out now. And with its first action at the top of round 6 is going to take a 5-foot step back. And then with its second and third actions is going to skitter to the very edge of the arena walls and then begin to climb up the walls. As it gets to the top of the wall, it meets an invisible barrier that it wasn't expecting, and it stops just in the corner of the wall and this invisible barrier that's keeping it from exiting the arena. Peach Pie, it's your turn.
Is he within 120 feet of me?
Most certainly.
I swing at him. 2 actions, golf club style, smashing him into that invisible barrier. Crit.
Critical hit.
I deal him 109 damage and knock him down and dead.
And the invisible barrier that
It just gets smattered with its...
It's just a splat with all of its eye juices and its blood and its teeth all stuck up and like hovering in the air as it's stuck against the underside of this like magical sneeze guard.
I love it.
Peach Pie wins.
Handily.
Oh god, that was quick. But those 3 critical hits, you took down that first one almost immediately.
Yes.
It was phenomenal, Peach Pie. Well done. And the crowd goes wild. Peach Pie!
Bernard is on Peach Pie's shoulder doing the little bow with like the hand roll.
And to thunderous applause, the Iron Bandit gate opens.
Peach Pie goes through it. Victory! I need to clean up. That was disgusting.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, thank you, wizard. Oh, and here for each of you, my last 2 mist form elixirs. They will give you concealment.
Thank you.
So after Peach Pie gets cleaned off by the wizard, Zavizek Shrain, he comes down and he already has this big smile on his face, wide across his face, and is holding his hands out. And Peach Pie, my goodness, you put that hammer to good use. You actually had me worried there as you started sobbing before the fight.
All part of the show.
And a show it was. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that this last fight might be one of the more exciting of the evenings, although that's a performance that's hard to follow. Who's going to be fighting the Macrati?
Wizadiah.
Wizadiah?
Or Jizz. Jizz.
No.
No!
The Jizz. Team Jizz.
Oh, man. All right. So he looks at the wizard and Jeb. He says, all right, well, are you excited for this one? This one's going to be a little deadly, perhaps.
Sure.
I know I'm excited.
I mean, you saw what one of us could do twice. Imagine what 2 of us can do once.
That was good.
I'm gonna make it my friend.
Yeah, y'all just gonna walk out of there?
Yeah, with the Macrati.
Let's see what happens.
What's your stance on collateral damage, like onlookers dying, being attacked?
Oh, you won't be able to damage them.
Yeah.
There's magical wards up between you and them. They're force walls. Very expensive to put up, but very durable.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say that. Oh yeah.
Just gonna let it go by. All right. Well, I will go up. After a few minutes, we'll introduce you and we'll get this show on the road. And he disappears up the stairs. The iron doors are still shut, but you can see through that slit in the doors that they're cleaning up the fight from the Gagateths. And in order to clean off the spatter on the inside of the force walls, they have to get a couple of skeletons to stand on each other's shoulders. And one of them's got a big oversized mop and is wiping it down. After a little bit of time, Zavizek goes back up to the podium, and you all hear the chains go taut on the iron doors, and they're open slowly. And now, for the last battle for the day, we have the final 2 members of the Circus of Wayward Blunders. Here is the electrically silent and sturdy Jebediah, and his colorful elf friend, the Wizard.
Team Jizz.
And yes, Ted, you did correctly detect a little resentment and disdain when he said elf.
Ooh. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, he doesn't he doesn't actually like you very much, and he sneers when he says it.
That's fine.
What a punk ass bitch.
I'll murder him later.
Everyone in Shrain must die. Part 2.
All right, folks, you know them, you love them. Time for everybody's favorite 3-headed gargantuan millipede, the Macrati! And it skitters on to the field. This is a gargantuan creature. Then as it skitters out, let's get initiatives from everyone.
Did you purposefully go 125 feet away from me?
Nope, I'm just dropping them in. Did that kind of ruin your day, though? Just a little bit?
Why don't you just pass your turn? It'll come and get us.
At the top of round 1, Wizard, you actually go first.
I spend my first action to move away from Jebediah in case this thing has some breath weapons, which I assume it does. I move 35 feet away from him, 40 feet away from him. And then I will drop an Eclipse Burst on the Macrati.
An Eclipse Burst, all right. The Macrati makes a reflex save and gets a natural 20.
Oof.
Pretty lights.
Jeb, I think it's immune to all magic.
Dragon time!
As the dark ball bursts out that 60 foot to get the Macrati within, the whole crowd gasps. as the vision of the Macrati, their sight of the Macrati is interrupted by this spell. And as it dissipates, the Macrati rears back up with all of its multitudinous legs just flailing in the air, and 3 of its maws screech into the air. And then it's its turn. It uses its first action to burrow under the arena floor.
Oh, fuck.
You then feel the rumbling beneath you. It takes all 3 of its actions underground. You cannot see it, but you can feel it under your feet, nearby, both of you.
Jeb is immune to magic and dig underground. We're fucked. Wait, no, Jeb can do shit with sand. Is this place sand?
Oh, the whole arena floor is sand. You can see this thing tunneling underground as it cuts the distance in between the 2 of you, and it's going and moving right in between you. It has not burst out of the ground. In fact, the sand flying up across the arena stops as it gets between the 2 of you. Jeb, it's your turn.
I cast Control Sand, activating Sand Shield, which makes a shield of 14 hardness and 21 hit points. And it gives me a shield block, which I already have because I'm a druid. You said, so I can see broken rubble? Like, can I see where it stops?
You can see roughly where it stopped. Yep, it's between you and the wizard.
I don't know. Is this roughly outside of the rim from what I can see?
Outside of the rim of where it is? Yeah, so you would step up right to where the broken up sand and earth is?
Yeah.
Okay. Right where you think it is. If you want to make a seek action, you can.
I mean, that's an action, isn't it? And I just moved, so I'm good.
Oh, that's right. You cast that spell.
Yeah. I'll be done.
Then after Jebediah, we're going to go up to the top of round 2. Wizard, it's your turn.
Wizard, we won. It's fleeing.
I cast Fly, and then I fly 10, 20...
Should we both just start flying?
30 feet north and 5 feet higher in there than I am, so I'll be 10 feet up. 5 feet
10
up.
feet up?
5 feet up.
Okay. Then after the wizard flies up and away, that takes us over to the Macrati. For its first action, bursts out from under the sand. And with its second action, its tail lashes out at the wizard. Slams into him with a 34 to hit, or tries to slam into him with a 34 to hit.
Miss.
No miss. One of its heads turns back to you, the one with the acid dripping from its maw, and it hisses at you. And then it swings again, getting a 46 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then it overcomes the concealment by rolling a 10 on that die, dealing the wizard 29 points of damage.
Oh.
It emerging wouldn't have been a manipulate or anything, right?
No, it's a move action.
So do I get an attack of opportunity?
If you decide you want to take one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't. Actually, I'm going to... I know it has resistance, but I still think it'll be more damage than my attack. Yeah, I'm going to do Storm Retribution. Instead of it's an attack of opportunity, except I use my Tempest Surge.
Oh,
So I'm going to drop a reflex save on him.
nice. It gets a 26.
All right, well, here's 9d12 crit.
Oh, God. The crit's going to hurt.
Oh, my God, that is so bad.
So, as this thing emerges, it does resist some of it. As this thing emerges out of the ground, Jeb racks quickly with an arm out, and this jolt of electricity goes out of it and cascades down the creature. And it roars and turns to look at Jebediah. We're going to take over to Jeb. It's your turn.
I'd like you to... He's also clumsy, too, and he has 9 persistent electricity damage, which is irrelevant. More casting. Shucks.
Jeb, you cast a spell at it?
Yeah.
What spell is it?
It was slow. That's 6th level.
Ooh. You can see the air warping around the 3 different minds of this creature, and it just shakes it off violently. It gets a 49, which is a critical success on the Fortitude save.
I'll also concentrate my control sand. We're going to activate Sandstorm and emanate 30 feet. Any creature that starts its turn in my area, moves in the area, takes 6d4 slashing and begins to suffocate, and must hold their breath or begin to suffocate. And then I'll attack
Well, damn. Wait, you get to attack too?
Free concentration check.
That's right, free concentration checks. Shit.
Alright, I failed. I did a lot of things, but nothing really happened.
There was a lot of shit that happened. Well, that takes us to the top of round 3. This sandstorm begins to envelop Jebediah and the Macrati, and the audience's vision is obscured, and a few people start boo.
Oh, they're mad.
And even like there's ribs and bones and rotting food that gets thrown into the arena into the sandstorm as the crowd begins to turn on Jebediah.
Fucking losers. They can still see this thing. It's gargantuan.
Then at the top of round 3, Wizard, it's your turn.
True target on the Macrati. Polar ray. Looks like
Oh, damn.
I got a nat 20 for 49 on my second roll.
Yeah,
for true target.
That's a critical hit.
Okay, it's gonna take 20d8 cold damage and is now drained 2.
And it's drained too?
Yeah, so reduce its max
Shit.
HP and current HP and
Alright, then as that frigid light blue ray emanates from the wizard's hand and strikes the Macrati through the sandstorm, it screeches in pain and rage. And then one of its heads, its blue head, whips around to face the wizard, and as a reaction, shoots a bolt of electricity from its maw.
and I fall 5 feet to the ground. I didn't sustain my fly, so I fall 5 feet to the ground.
Oh, he still hits you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just staying on the ground now. I was 5 feet up. I take no fall damage, and I probably land on my feet.
Wizard, you need to give me a reflex save.
That's probably not a critical fail. 32.
A 32 is a failure.
Okay.
Wizard, you take 58 points of electricity damage.
Ow, I'm hurt, Jeb.
What's this up, dude?
It is the Macrati's turn. It needs to give you a reflex save, right?
No, it's immune to that effect now. Oh, I guess it does take the 60 for slashing. Yeah, basic reflex. Basic reflex.
Basic reflex for that. All right. Then reflex on the slashing damage, 33.
Takes a massive 17 hits.
Then as the sand cuts at it and slashes at its body, it's going to use its first action to move away from Jebediah.
I was just wondering if I wanted to save it because of the electric shit, but I'm not close enough.
Just saving the attack of opportunity? That's kind of what I was wondering.
Would this take my true strike, right?
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I better do it then. I'll just do it.
Okay. Jeb takes a swing. Hot fuck, Jeb. 48 is a critical hit. This Jeb takes a chop into this thing's body as it's skittering by. It screeches again, but it just needs to get out of this sandstorm. So after it takes its first action to skitter out, it uses a 2-action activity against the wizard. And it's going to be making attack rolls here.
A lot? Oofta.
That looks like a natural 1.
Fucking hate it. Got a natural 1 on the die.
It drops its weapon. One of its legs falls off.
Its head just plops right off. I got distracted, but Jeb, you scored a critical hit on it.
Yeah.
It shoots a beam of acid at you. A line of acid goes from its mouth and hits you with the line of acid because you critically hit it. Go ahead and give me a reflex save.
Will do. Hit a full 32.
32 is a failure. Acid damage. Jeb, you take 63 points of acid damage.
You did it.
Yay. Then after it does that acid damage, it turns over to the wizard, makes an attack roll with one of the heads, but rolls a natural 1 on it, completely misses him. Then with its last action, it takes the last action of its 2-action activity, it attacks the wizard again. This time gets a 49 to hit.
Does that hit you, Wiz?
Yeah, I want to hear you say it.
Tell me.
Nah.
Tell me what kind of hit it is.
Nah, I'm good.
The 49's a critical hit. Roll a 12 to overcome the concealment. So then it deals the wizard 82 points of damage.
Ow.
As the head that has fire spewing out of its mouth bites deeply into the wizard. Well, that's its turn. That takes us over to Jebediah. It's your turn.
I will keep the sand at the 30 feet, and I'll move 30 feet up
So when you roll up on it, does it need to give another reflex save against the slashing damage?
That's when if it starts its turn.
Oh, starts its turn. Okay, got it.
And I will cast a 2-turn heal, level 5.
Thank you.
And that's all I got.
Ooh, that's some rough rolls, but that's still some HP. 57. Fuck yeah.
I thought I had a higher heal, but I forgot regenerate was like my highest heal.
Regenerate's nice.
It's also a touch spell. That's all I've got. To the whiz.
Then after Jeb, Wizard, it's your turn.
Drain bonded item level 7. Bring back True Target. Cast True Target as my first action. And then I cast the 9th level Disintegrate.
Shit.
I get a 46 and a 44.
The 46 is a critical hit.
Okay, and now it needs to give me a Fortitude save. That Drain 2 I put on it before should drop this down a little bit.
It does. It gets a 38 on the save.
Nice, that's a failure.
And because it was a critical hit, does that mean that it gets reduced to a critical failure?
Yeah, it does.
Oh boy.
So this is a 36 D10.
36 D10. All right.
Yo.
Holy shit.
Yo.
Wow.
You had 12 HP.
Yeah.
I just did 209 damage.
You almost overkilled it by 200 damage.
Serious, huh? You could have let my sandstorm kill it.
It's reduced to fine powder.
Yeah, it's disintegrated.
It is disintegrated. It's gone.
You legitimately could have just let the turn
That
pass.
that fucker crit me? No. Fuck you.
No. That could not go unredressed.
Just gonna overkill it by 200.
The pale green ray comes right out of the wizard's fingertip and hits the Macrati in the center of its body as it's rearing up to make one more attack on the wizard. Its whole body begins to glow brightly, and this pale, sickly aura goes about it, and then just the Macrati becomes part of the sandy gladiatorial floor. And the crowd is silent. Nobody says anything. It's dead quiet out there. The circus of wayward blunders wins the day! And the crowd kind of like hesitantly claps a little bit, and there's a few people that are like, we love Tat McCarty, boo!
Oh, fuck you, weird. Kill everybody. Fuck all of you for not clapping. That was awesome. I murder everyone here.
It's just one weird spell, just one!
I will kill all of you.
And as the wizard starts threatening the crowd,
Jeb, chain lightning.
I will cast Storm of Vengeance.
Me and Jeb just wipe out Shrine. Just a wizard and a druid on a rampage.
A massive storm cloud forms above us in a 360-foot burst.
holy shit.
It begins to rain, and gales enforce a -4 penalty circumstance to all ranged attacks. There's a massive storm. It's pouring right now.
That is badass. What a way to show off.
Holy shit, yeah, the rain begins to hit the sandy gladiatorial floor, and it's covering all of the spectators, and people are like, they're starting to scramble and leave, and this is really, really new to them. This is an underground in the Darklands city. It doesn't see rain. You see zombies in the crowd where the rain pelting their skin starts to peel off some of the skin that they have as they flee the arena. The skeletons who are wearing the clown makeup, it all begins to run down off of their bones.
That's bad paint.
Yeah, I could have shown him how to do that better.
They need some of your paint.
You can even see Zavizek across the arena.
He's not happy with me, is he?
Being rained on right now. And you can see he's got this just grimace on his face. He is not happy right now. And the raindrops that should be hitting his perfect skin are instead passing through. And you can see that his face is an illusion, covering up something beneath.
He's a Zolgath.
Speaking of Zolgath, The one behind you that was in the crowd earlier has been just silently watching along as you two just murdered this Macrati. And it looked like it was a pretty close fight there. Wizard got down to like, what, 25 hit points there. Jeb took some damage there a little bit too.
There was never a cause for concern.
I was worried when it crit me. I thought it was going down.
All right, so everyone's mad at us, right?
Zavizek, he just stomps down off of the podium. The iron banded doors still haven't opened for you. The crowd has almost entirely dispersed, with the Zolgath ghoul who's been behind
Just starts to
stands
slow
up
clap. No, he didn't.
and it starts slow clapping.
Hey, we made one guy happy.
He gives the wizard a nod, and then he goes away. He exits the arena. Then the iron-banded doors open up. Peach Pie and Nidek, before those doors open up, Zavizek comes stomping down the stairs. His perfectly pressed coat is now drenched in rain, and he looks just unhappy. Interestingly, his hair doesn't look wet. His mustache still looks freshly waxed, and he doesn't have a single drop of sweat or water on his face. Those two
Put on a real damn good show, eh?
It was very impressive, I thought.
We have this term in the gladiatorial business. Those two make perfect heels. They were amazing. Everyone's going to love to hate them. We need to have them back. He goes from looking really pissed off and really angry, and this broad smile breaks his face, and he said, I've never had a combatants so swiftly take down one of my most powerful creatures and then make the entire crowd disperse in hatred of them after they won so spectacularly. This was amazing. They need to come back. Open the doors quickly. And the iron-banded doors open up, and Jeb and Wizard, as you walk inside, Zavizek comes down and he stands in between you, and he puts his hands right on your shoulders. He's got one hand down and one hand up, the dwarf and the elf. You two put on a show that was phenomenal. I might need a few days. To gather some more creatures to pit you up against, but you'll have to come back into the arena. I'll make it worth your while.
Get us something that we can all get in there.
Oh, something big. Oh, yes. You all put on such a spectacular show today. If we put all three of you together, or all four of you together, sorry. If we put all four of you together.
Unless you're counting Jizz as just one person now. The Jizz.
Yeah, he has his hands on each of your shoulders. You go, we have to put something together. Some big show. A big showing would be just, that would be perfect for this. We had a wager. Let's bring the fungus leshy down here. And he goes and kind of quickly goes up to the top of the stairs. He just goes, Criker, bring the tumbling leshy here. Come, bring him here. He comes back down. He just goes, you well deserved that. That was fantastic. More than worth its weight in gold there. I was really hoping to get a really critical match up against the tumbling toadstool and the golem. But this easily took care of that. And we have to talk about your return. We must talk about your return. That big hulking zombie that let you in, kind of like he squeezes down and sidles down the stairs and brings the toadstool with him, who looks really confused. You wanted this one? Yes. No, please, leave. Go guard the doors. Now, we can't be letting people in to see the show that's already done. You need to be taking their gold. Get back up there.
Yeah, all right.
And he goes up. Zavizek puts his arm around the toadstool and he just goes, my friend, and he pats him right in the mushroom chest. My friend, you have found yourself a new job.
I'm sorry, what?
You will be traveling now with the Circus of Wayward Blunders. These fine folks were really impressed by you on their way in, and they wanted to hire you as an act. Well, they had a little wager that if they were to win the gladiatorial fights today, all four of them, all three matches, and they handily did so. So, are you willing to work for these people?
Hello.
Hello. Do I have to fight the golem?
No, please. Your slot has been replaced by what I hope to put together a big rumble between these four and the toughest creature that I can find. I'm going to have to do some work on that. But no, your slot has been filled. No concerns there if you had any.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
And let me go ahead and share with y'all.
He is one of the performers. Ha ha ha.
He is one of
I played my cards right.
So I'm going to show you the card for this one. I really like the art for this. This is the Tumbling Toadstool trick card.
Oh my god, it's hideous.
It really is hideous.
That is so fucking terrifying.
Does it have clown makeup painted on its
One
like
giant
head mushroom?
Yes. So it's
Love
like
that.
one big circular spherical bulbous mushroom, and it looks like it has eyes painted onto it and this like almost Batman Joker-esque lined smile that looks like it's cut into the toadstool itself, but otherwise then it's just an amalgamation of like red caps and sporous mushrooms and moratopellas and things like that, just all across this thing's body.
Silly jigs and dancing spores from this funny mushroom person are sure to delight.
No, terrifying. Terrifying. That thing is terrifying.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Circus of Wayward Wonders. We're happy to have you. How do you feel about sunlight?
Oh, I'm okay with it.
Okay, good.
I won't die.
That's good. Anyway, I thought you might die fighting the golem, and you just looked so silly and fun. So I made a wager to have you join our circus. You don't actually have to if you don't want to, but a place is there for you.
Well, I guess I wouldn't really know what else to do. I do truly like performing, but I don't like fighting.
Well, then you've come to the right place. In our circus, we three do all the fighting, and Nidek.
That's me.
Hello. Where's the circus? Where do I go?
Well, you'll just have to kind of follow us around for the next while. Eventually, we'll be going up to the surface.
Oh, okay. So we wait in train till you travel to the surface?
Correct.
Okay. Let me go get my belongings.
Yes, please do. Do you need any help?
Oh no, I keep most of what I can carry in a single sack.
All right.
I'll meet you out front.
Meet us at the aching bow. We'll be there shortly.
Oh, okay. I'll meet you there. Thank you. Bye.
See you soon.
Now, Zavizek, let's talk about this next performance. We were actually talking with your brother the other day.
My brother?
And yes.
Which one?
Yes, Zavizek.
Lavacar. Oh, Lavacar.
And we were talking about going to meet your sisters. And we're thinking, maybe we can have a discussion about this next fight over like dinner with everybody.
Dinner with my sisters. Excuse me while I refrain from making the exact same joke that I literally just made, except for with sisters instead of brothers. Which sisters are you talking about?
Zyra and Narinda? Did I get those right this time?
You did, actually. Zyra and Narinda? Oh, hell no! Don't put me in the same room with those two stiffs. I refuse.
They're that bad?
Oh, I think they're terrible. They have no sense of humor. They have no love of entertainment, of the performance, of the cheers of the crowd and the adulation. Oh,
Maybe we can change their mind. I mean, a bunch of performers get together, show them a good time.
last time I tried to perform for my sisters, or had performers perform for my sisters, it went extremely badly. I lost my most talented juggler in the carnage. Why do you want to see my sisters? I find it suddenly very suspicious that for such capable fighters, would like to see the leaders of Shrain. Not to mention little Nidek, that you look a little bit like a tiny Ordefen yourself.
That's racist.
We're gonna kill them.
Oh, don't worry. We kill plenty of Defen.
Are you double agents? Have you come to spy on us for those heathens?
I assure you, we are simply a circus.
A very combat-adept circus.
Well, I mean, look at your circus. You got lots of combat adept people here too.
No one has ever reduced a Macrati to literal ashes on my gladiatorial floor.
You got lucky.
12 HP left.
The wizard's like practically dying over there. He's bleeding all over.
Well, I mean, we didn't actually.
Speaking of which, someone heal me.
We didn't really come here looking for your sisters. Lavikar kind of put us onto them. We was just really here to see the sights and stuff. And we heard like about the forbidden part, and obviously we can't just go walking in there. But I think it'd be really cool to see as someone that not a lot of outsiders get to see that place.
A troupe of traveling circus people who are very good at violence have come to Shrain in the Darklands from the surface to sightsee. Please, I wasn't born yesterday, Nidek. You are likely lying to me, unless you make a successful check against that, so why don't you go ahead and do it now?
Very good.
Does the
Very good.
tumbling toadstool get nervous when I start eating the mushrooms off my axe?
Well, they left before you did. We'll have to come across that one later.
As I'm just staring into him.
Making eye contact, eating it right from the axe.
I wonder if he heals me.
Okay, I've got a few different things. I've got Charming Liar. When I get a critical success using the lie action, it improves his demeanor to us by 1 step, as if using the make an impression for diplomacy. And then I also have that Confabulator, which gets rid of that +4 bonus on a failure, so I can continue to lie without any negative effects. Last but not least, I'm going to snap my fingers to use 2 actions to cast Glibness on myself, which gives me, I believe, a +4 bonus. So that's going to be a 50.
Woo! A 50. So with that Ring of Lies, it casts the spell Glibness on you, right?
With no visual manifestations of a spell being cast.
Damn it. Okay. Never mind then.
It's just a snap of a finger.
That is a success, but it is not a critical success.
Okay, so he does not increase his attitude towards us.
Well, I suppose when you're as powerful as you are, you get a chance to sightsee in some places that, well, normal folks from the surface don't get to. Why else would you be here with, crystals that have radiation emanating from them coming down on you all the time? I would imagine you must really find it interesting here. Tell me, what brings you? Do you want to go see the Temple of Flies in the Forbidden District?
Yeah, I think that was the name we were talking about with your brother.
Well, the Urgathoan Temple is truly a sight to behold if you've never seen it before. Although, well, normally I would say if you don't have the stomach for those sorts of things, but... And he looks down at you and kind of looks you top to bottom, noticing your skin literally sloughing off of your form, and goes, I might think that you aren't too concerned about that sort of thing. So, well, you're just looking to get into the Forbidden District? Look, I'll make you a deal. I will go talk to Zyra and Nyrinda, and put in a good word so that I don't have to spend more time with them than necessary. I would not like a dinner with performances involved. I'll just go talk to them. How does that sound?
Sounds amenable.
And he reaches his hand down to shake.
And I'll reach up and shake his... It's a skeletal hand, I think he said.
It's a skeletal hand. Yep. It looks like you're grabbing a solid hand, but it is skeletal. You certainly can tell. Well, then I'll go do that, not to mention prepare myself. I really do have to find something powerful for you all to fight. And then he turns and starts walking up the stairs, and he's tapping his lips with his fingers, going, I wonder if I could find myself a mutated Macrogan, maybe a group of cave worms, and he just disappears up the stairs.
Well, that went better than expected.
By the time you're done with the gladiatorial fights, it's late afternoon. You're getting close to dinner time here. Where do you go when you're finished?
Back to the aching bone, I guess.
Yep.
Time for dinner and a drink.
Okay. Heading back to the aching bones.
We did tell the mushroom, we'd meet him there.
So when you make your way over to the Aching Bones, a couple of things you notice. As you're going by, some of the citizenry, the folks around Train, as you first entered Train, people were actively looking away from you or like scowling in disdain as you walked by. Now as you're walking by, you have random citizens are, hey, waving at you, putting their hands up, and they go, did you see that fight in there? They made it rain, literally. And things like that. One of the zombies near that, he was like, those assholes.
Fuck you.
You get the general idea as you're...
Nidek will just wave a lot and be like, if you're ever on the surface, come see the Circus of Wayward Wonders. We're changing our name from Blunders because we're so good now.
Well done, Nidek. You could be our barker.
Yeah.
That was my job.
I don't know about that whole going to the surface thing.
Oh, yes, true.
You make your way to the Aching Bones, and you go into the tavern area, the common room, so you can get yourself a drink and some dinner. As you walk in, Hammond Carr, the proprietor of the Aching Bones.
Mr. Pretty.
Oh, that's right, he is pretty.
You're all back. Look at you, making a name. You've been here for what, all of 3 days, 4 days? I'm hearing your names on everybody's lips. You guys are making a splash. An absolute splash. Come, get us a drink. First one's on me. Oh, by the way, there was strange amalgamations of mushrooms that came in earlier. Asking for you, dudes. Is that, do you know him?
Yes, he is with us now.
Oh, he's with you now. Oh, getting followers too, I see. Well, I sent him off into one of the side dining rooms if you want to meet him there. You all look hungry. Famished, in fact, after a day of gaining so much notoriety.
Just another day in the circus.
Well, you did say you were from a circus where you're good at drawing a crowd, I could see. I bet you Zavizek just loved you.
Yes, he did, in fact, it seems.
Well, it's good to get on Train's good side.
Yeah, he's looking for something even bigger to fight.
Bigger to fight? I heard you turned the Macrati in the dust. That was you, wasn't it? And he points to the wizard.
Yeah.
People love to hate you. It's great. Well, anyways, I'll get some dinner served and we'll, put that into the room. I'll show you to where your little fungus friend is. Takes you off to one of the side dining rooms and the tumbling fungus is there. And, he just goes, I'll bring you guys some dinner. You can relax. I'll have some drinks out to you. And have yourselves a good night. And he disappears. And the fungus is there. And he just goes,
Hello again.
Hello. Do you prefer to stay inside or outside?
Inside?
All right.
In general, it's one of those things where it's just kind of dangerous outside, and it's easier for me to be someplace safe, like inside.
I like this guy's thought process.
I show him the mansion if the wizard lets him in.
Yep.
Can you change who can get in? Or is it set when you cast it?
Set when I cast it, so I'll cast a new one.
Okay. Well, unless you want to have a specific conversation with the mushroom, we can skip past the dinner. There's no real reason to roleplay that. You can head back to your room. When you get back to the room, the Zogath ghoul is there waiting for you. And the fungus fleshy goes,
Ah!
What, you think there's something wrong with him?
Hey, it just startled me.
Peace, leshy friend. I'm not here to harm you.
Well, that's good.
There's nothing that I appreciate more when there's a bunch of NPCs and Tyler has to talk to himself.
You guys have gathered up all of the NPCs in this particular game, including a bunch that you really they didn't expect you to or plan for you to, so that's been fun.
Good show out there today. You showed your combat prowess. It was impressive.
I had the question for you since you've been here. It seems a long time.
I have, in fact. What questions do you have?
We almost ran into a situation today where, we did run into a situation where we were fortunate enough to have Nidek lie to Zavizek. I did consider telling him the truth, as it seems most of these shrines hate each other. Are we okay telling any of them that we want to kill Dizalin? Or would that be a bad idea?
I think that depends. It depends on the shrine that you're speaking to.
Yes, can you provide a list?
A list?
Like, yes to kill, no to kill.
Oh, all the Shrains need to die.
Well, yes, we'll get there, but Dizolin first.
I see. I don't know what actually brings you down here. Zareneth has been very close-lipped about your intentions.
Oh, we have not... Oh, I just gave it away.
So you wish to kill Dizalin?
Well, not really, but we need something that's in his possession, and I assume his death will be necessary.
Interesting.
He's not likely to just hand it over.
It's kind of the linchpin to his evil plan.
Dizalin was gone for some months. Off on a trading expedition, he called it. He left with quite the force and then returned with less than half of them. Even his precious seneschal was left behind, it would seem. But Zalin's locked himself up in his tall tower.
And she goes over to a window, kind of pushes a curtain aside, and points. And there's one singular spire, a tall stone, black stone tower that is the highest building easily in Shrain. And you can see it clearly from where you are right now. It's hundreds of feet higher than the rest of the buildings.
And is it in the Forbidden Zone?
It is.
It's interesting. There has been some rumblings among the Shrains. The despicable drow nobles believe that Dizalin is plotting to take control of the capital.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Infighting between the family is not uncommon.
Is there, like, warding in the Forbidden Zone? Like, could someone just, like, fly up to that tower invisible?
That's a good question. There aren't many magical wards around the Forbidden Zone. Depends on your skill.
Well, you've been here a lot longer. I was hoping you could tell us.
It's not something that we've done. We've been slowly eroding away at the foundations around the defenses of Shrain, undercutting their building up since the Erdefin hordes continue to attack. Undermining that seems to be the easiest way to get the city to fall. That is until you showed up. Now it seems that possibly kidnapping one of the Shrains is much more viable. You proved that to me today.
I thought we were killing him, not kidnapping him.
Well, Zareneth has, a little bit of a secret weapon. If we're able to restrain one of the Shrain members, one of the Shrain family members, and bring them to a secluded place, keep them restrained, we can actually wipe out their entire bloodline with one single ritual.
So you want us to bring you Dizalin re-killed?
It actually may make more sense for you to perform the ritual within his tower.
Oh.
If you're able to get access to the Forbidden District by speaking with Zyra and Narinda, and you make your way up to Zalan's tower, this won't be easy, mind you. He has many defenses. He's a very paranoid Shrain member. But if you're able to overcome that, we could teach you this ritual. And if you're able to restrain him at the top of his tower, no one would be any of the wiser.
Does it have to be him? Can't we restrain a different one?
It could truly be any of the Shrain bloodline.
This is the ghoul that wants us to do this?
Yes, the ghoul Zolgath wants us to do this.
Zareneth recruited this ghoul to come and talk to you, to convince you to do this. So this is sort of an indirect way of Zareneth asking for the wizard's help.
It's a backstory side quest.
Backstory side quest.
To destroy the entire family line of a huge, powerful, undead city in the Darklands.
Why wouldn't Peach Pie want to assist with this?
It's so elaborate.
It's supposed to be. I mean, it sounds like we fucking just go there and we fucking matrix his fucking head and, I mean, sorry. Yeah.
So you
Men in Black
sample as part of the material.
We hire a prostitute to get some of his semen.
Dust,
then
probably.
you have to cast the ritual on the family member that you're infecting, and then that family member has to then interact with the rest of the family. You're about to go meet the leaders of Shrine. You could very easily lie to them to get them to all meet.
Or we just murder them all.
Or that.
I was gonna say, I've got a feeling that they're gonna be pretty high level.
I bet that it would be difficult for you to single out Dazalin, and how he's not exactly one to go meet with his family in any way. This ritual, this bloodline extermination ritual that Zaraneth discovered in his time outside Shrine, it would be best most likely for us to kidnap and cast this on one of the lesser members of Shrine. You can take some time to think about it. I'll come back to you tomorrow morning, and then we'll talk again. Peace, and we'll see you on the morrow.
Bye.
She turns and leaves the room.
This guy's some sort of hippie or something? Peace? We're trying to kill a bunch of people, and they say peace?
I'm very confused. He's a ghoul and a Zolgath. It seems almost like they're lawful good. I'm very confused. Lawful good, I know, is not a real thing, but it seems like it's like burn it.
but is it?
Hello?
Maybe it just does whatever its master tells him to.
Perhaps, I do not know. So what are we going to do then? Meet with the Shrines, I suppose? Get in and go see Dazalin?
The little tumbling toadstool looks back and forth between all of you as this conversation's going on.
What did I just listen to?
I'll let you know when I figure it out.
Well, we're gonna need a plan, and we definitely don't have one. Is it going to be subterfuge? Is it going to be straight violent brute force? Is it going to be silly, ridiculous mayhem? Probably all of the above. Find out next time as we continue the Extinction Curse. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.